Hello out there and listening world. Wesley Bray here, your host for Core Scope Insights podcast. Hey, thank y'all for tuning in. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for watching the show. Thank you for listening. Thank you, everybody. I can't say thank you enough to our sponsors. Hey, like I said many times before, a show wouldn't be a show without our listeners. So we appreciate you. Hey, tonight we're going to talk about some really interesting things. Hopefully everyone out there survived the great winter apocalypse that we were having here. Now look, we're in Lexington, South Carolina, where it's always hot, always humid, always warm. In fact, it's not unusual for folks to be wearing their flip-flops and shorts and t-shirts, even Christmas time, New Year's Eve, and certainly into January. There have been times I myself have got away with that. Of course, my wife doesn't like to see me in flip-flops. I don't know whether it's my feet or what. We won't get into that. That's another topic. But I see all my buddies, they wear flip-flops. My wife's always like, honey, please don't wear flip-flops. I don't know what it is, so I disown my flip-flops. I don't think my feet are that bad. I try to keep them manicured, but anyway. So anyway, hey, folks, tonight we're going to be talking about things you can do in the wintertime. So I get these questions a lot, and so we're going to dive right in because I get questions. Hey, when are you going to talk about something on your show besides HVAC? If that's been your question, tonight is your night because we're not going to talk HVAC at all, okay? We're going to talk products that you can use. They say, like I said, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. So, folks, we know when they're calling for cold weather, the old saying is, and it works, I do it myself. Whenever I know that there's cold weather on the horizon, I always drip my faucets. And you guys should too, just a mild, steady, or not even a steady, even a drip. You talk to plumbers and they're the first ones to tell you that, hey, a lot of the calls that we go on after a cold weather snap like this could have been prevented if the homeowner had just, left their faucet running just mildly or something. And a lot of young people, sometimes people just don't get the word passed down to them. Like our parents always told me, drip the faucets when it's cold. I grew up in North Carolina, so we actually had a little bit colder weather up there, more snowfall, more freezing rain and sleet. So, folks, I'm going to show you a product that I buy. I bought these. These are very expensive, but folks, if you got for your water hoses outside and your spigots on the outside of your house, these things right here are very inexpensive, but the price you pay for one of these or two of them, if you got two faucets, I have two faucets on my house, so I buy these. These are actually insulated, so they're foam inside, okay? Got a little plastic coating on the outside, a polymer coating, but all you got to do is put these on the faucet here, folks. Really easy to install. Put it on your faucet and then pull these tight. And so it'll fit. So can we see that, Preston, out there? People can see that? Pull it tight and it'll stay against your brick, but you got a little foam here to go against the brick. And actually you can buy these in different colors. Some of them, you've got some that are less expensive that are just the plain white foam that you can see there. Can you see it when I pull it apart? See the foam in there? But this one actually has a housing on it, a polymer housing that will actually blend in with your brick. Great little product. I think I paid like $4 for these things, but hey, it's better than paying $4,000 to get your pipes replaced or whatever the charge may be out there. It's certainly a lot more than what this would cost you. So it goes back to the old saying, like I said before, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. So folks, just make sure you're dripping your faucets out there. Make sure you're putting some kind of prevention. They even make some heating coils now. I don't have one with me. We're just doing this show in the middle of winter time, and they're calling again. Preston, what are they calling for this weekend? Again, they're calling for snow again. And what is it supposed to be? 16 degrees?
Supposed to be cold.
Supposed to be cold. You heard it there. That's our producer back there, my son, who does my videos, so I can't thank him enough. But like I said, folks, we just want to make sure that you're taking care of what's yours so that it doesn't cost you a lot of money out of your pocket. Because all the time, like I said, these people that I know, friends of mine that are plumbers, they say, hey, listen, we get more calls this time of year because people's pipes will actually burst because they didn't take the preventive measures. And you can take all the preventive measures you want to when it gets down into the teens. I know I wouldn't be a northerner from up north. I wouldn't do well up there. I don't like cold weather. I'm used to the warm. But, just make sure that you're taking care of things in your household so that, you're taking also good care of your wallet. All right, folks, we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back. Y'all stay tuned. On every job, big or small, one adhesive brand keeps America moving. Electrotape, a family-owned company proudly headquartered in the U.S. and trusted by pros who can't afford to guess when it comes to quality. Need electrical tape that holds strong in the toughest conditions? Electrotape has it. Looking for painter's tape that delivers clean, sharp lines every time? They've got that too. From underground marking tape for utility crews to heavy-duty masking tape for contractors to everyday painters and prep tapes for home projects, Electrotape has the right tape for every job on your list. Durable, reliable. When you need a tape that works as hard as you do, reach for the brand that covers it all. Electrotape, tapes for every job. When your home or business needs reliable heating or cooling, trust the experts at Hatfield Heating and Air Conditioning of Sumter, South Carolina. From repairs and maintenance to new home system installation, Hatfield Heating and Air keeps your space comfortable year-round. Their experienced team is friendly, professional, and ready to get the job done right the very first time. Don't wait until it's too hot or too cold. Call 803-494-2631 today and schedule your service with the team that Sumter homeowners trust first and foremost. Hatfield Heating and Air Conditioning, keeping you comfortable one home at a time. All right, folks, we're back again here at Westbury. Hey, thank y'all. Thank you for staying here again. Thanks for the sponsors. Guys, hey, just want to talk to you a little bit. I want to know, you guys comment on the show, okay? So when you go to YouTube and you subscribe so that you're eligible to win a prize from CoreScope, because we do the drawings every week, as you know. Those of you that tune in every week, we appreciate you. Those who've won some great prizes from us, we're happy for you. We're going to be having a reveal show here coming up very soon. As you know, we raised money for Wounded Warriors, and CoreScope is going to be going live, and we're going to actually fill you guys in on how much support we were able to provide for our Wounded Warriors. Certainly our first year for the podcast, we're excited about what we were able to do for that. As you know, me being a Navy veteran here, Wounded Warriors is a organization project's very dear to my heart. So, everything that people want on the wheel this year, we're going to be able to match, and we're going to be able to provide some help for our warriors out there, our servicemen and women who come back and maybe they're needing, housing or medical conditions. Wounded Warriors is kind of like Tunnel for Towers. And so it's kind of, I won't say tit for tat or whatever, but we certainly like to support those who defend us. And I can't thank you enough out there, men and women in uniform, whether you're home or abroad on foreign shore or domestic. I can't thank you enough for your service. So we just want to appreciate you from the bottom of my heart here. And at CoreScope, we're all about our veterans. So enough said about that. But listen, folks, we've been talking about the cold weather. What I would like for you to do is comment on our podcast. If you're a subscriber, if you're not a subscriber, that's fine. Please subscribe. We welcome that. But leave us a comment. Let us know what you think about all this talk about the chemtrails. I'm sure you've been paying attention to the news, or if you're on social media, there's been a lot of talk and speculation, whether it's conspiracy theory or not. I'm not going to weigh in on my thoughts. I certainly have gotten introduced to the topic more in the last week since all the cold weather and the dump of all the cold snow and everything that Tennessee got hit hard with. I actually talked to a good friend of mine in Tennessee today, and he was telling me that over the weekend they got 4 to 5 inches of ice on their road. And so, wow, Mike, that's a lot of ice. Talked to Mike today, and Mike was telling me how much snow they got and all. But like I said, in South Carolina, we typically don't get that much, but we were prepared for it. In fact, my son and I, we own a company called Clean Slate Clutter Removal, and we actually were very busy this weekend out and about putting down salt for churches and parking lots. We went Facebook Live. If you follow me, you might have saw me doing some videos. But we were at different parking lots and churches and businesses, just putting out salt to prevent slips and falls and anybody from having accidents was our intent for the weekend. And so at least I will say South Carolina, we got a lot of phone calls. We were busy for 2 days, weren't we, Preston? So we had a lot of calls, and luckily folks didn't have to depend so much on the prevention that we were able to provide. But anyway, folks, just want to let you know, leave a comment. I want to know what is your opinion? Do you think that you think the government or somebody else is actually controlling the weather, whether it's summertime or wintertime with chemtrails? I just want your opinion. Like I said, weigh in, give us your comment. I reading an article about these chemtrails and how the planes are flying about and laying down their trails. And what it looks like, I was really intrigued in what I was reading, saying that these clouds actually have particles of aluminum in it to reflect the sun. And hey, I'm not trying to be one of these weird guys. My podcast is not going to go off the rails with what is this guy talking about this week. I just kind of want your comments on it. I think it's an interesting topic. The weather certainly has gotten colder. And I think it's interesting. I mean, I've always believed that nobody controls the weather like the man upstairs. But certainly, if you weigh in on it with someone who firmly believes in these chemtrails the way they do, you can really get yourself in the weeds with conversation. I found that out just by showing an interest in it even. But anyway, folks, hey, we have come to that time of the show where we want to thank you again. Hey, as always, we got the prize wheel right here, so we're getting ready to spin this prize wheel. Preston, can everybody see the prize wheel? Got the thumbs up. That means we are good to go. So I'm going to hold it up right here. We're going to spin the prize wheel. And at this point in time, I'd like to wish everybody good luck. Thank you again for tuning in. And let's see what somebody's going to win tonight. All right. A CoreScope t-shirt. Can you see that out there, listening world? All right. Let's see who has won a CoreScope t-shirt tonight. All right. We're going to get the lucky golden bin out here. Can we see that? I've set it on my shoulder. Looks like I'm playing the fiddle, don't it? Everybody out there, I'm playing the fiddle a little bit. All right. So we're going to roll this way, forwards and backwards and around we go. It's a little awkward here, but I want you to see it. Next time we'll have to try to put it on a flat surface, but I don't think it'll matter. Let's see who the lucky winner is tonight. We're going to reach in here. Good luck, everybody. I don't want to look, so we'll shake them up good. All right. Who? Anita Cavert. I believe that's the way you spell that. With Dustless Homes. That is Anita Cavert, Dustless Homes Cleaning Service. So, folks, if you need your house cleaned or business cleaned and you're in the Midlands, give Anita Cavert a call at Dustless Homes. Her phone number is 803-331-8414. All right? And her, hey, she does a great job on cleaning homes, businesses, residential. Tell her that you saw about her on my podcast, and I bet you she'll give you the CoreScope discount. All right, so Anita, congratulations out there. You're our winner, and we'll be getting you that t-shirt out there. Folks, can't thank y'all enough. Stay warm in this cold weather. Hey, make you a good old bowl of potato soup, snuggle with the one you care about, and stay tuned and follow us every week because we care about you. Thank you so much. Good night from CoreScope Studios. Wesley Bray. Have a great week.